Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and I'm feeling much older these days because for the past almost 2 weeks I've been dealing with a sciatic nerve issue, and it affects different people different ways, but I think I'm getting a worse case than most people. My wife's had it before. She says it'll get over in about 6 weeks, and I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, I've tried all kinds of solutions and just everything everybody suggests, and it comes and it goes, but I'll be glad when it does go. But what I wanted to do was get out and fly, and I thought, since I can't ride my e-bike or anything, I'll just fly back down to where they're building these, planning to build these new houses down just real close to our house. Then I can sit in the backyard. So while I'm doing that, I'll tell you a story. If you've been following my channel, I've been telling stories recently about the summer that I spent in California working with my cousin and just following my freshman year in college. And so while I was there, he had a 1935, I think it was a 1935 Chevrolet panel truck. And, back then that was pretty much considered junk. It'd be nice to have one today. They're worth thousands and thousands of dollars. So anyway, I drove that around if I needed to go somewhere and just go for a ride. And all the time that I was before I went to college, and when I got to college, I tried to go to church almost every week. And so when I got down to California and stayed with my cousin and his mom, Gertrude, they didn't go to church. So, I just didn't go for a while. And you remember the story that I bought a guitar and all that stuff. So anyway, I thought, well, I'm going to go to church. So I didn't know where to go, but I found a church. I guess I looked it up in a newspaper or something, and got in my old panel truck and drove over to the church. And drove into the parking lot, and a bunch of fancy cars and my old junky panel truck. So anyway, I got out, and of course, when I went to California, I didn't take a suit or anything. But back in those days, you wore a suit to church, and so everybody was all dressed up in their suit. And I walked in, and of course, didn't have a suit on. And when I got there, it just turns out that I needed to find a restroom. And so it was so busy. It was like 5 minutes to 11 or something. People were just rushing here and there. And so I thought, well, I'll go look for it. So there was a couple of hallways I went down. And I don't remember exactly how it went, but I did find the restroom and was able to use it. So as I was coming back and going into the main auditorium, this young couple, came up to me and asked me if I knew where the classroom was for their daughter. I don't remember what year it was or what age she was, but I think it was four-year-olds. So, I'd toured the church looking for the restroom because I had to go down. I just couldn't find it right off. And nobody would ask me if I needed some help. I suppose because I was kind of dressed like somebody would drive a 1935 Chevy pickup or truck. So anyway, I knew about where to look, so I took them there and showed them the place. And they found it, and of course by that time we were all hurrying back to get into the auditorium. And so, they didn't sit with me, they sat somewhere else. But anyway, so we sat down, and I really have no idea at this point what the message was about, what the sermon was about. I'm sure it was a good one, but it was interesting to me that from the time I drove into the parking lot, all through the service, nobody came up to me and said howdy. Nobody came up to me and said, "Can I help you?" It was like I didn't wear a suit, so I shouldn't have been there. I suppose, I don't know, but anyway, so it was kind of strange because you usually welcome people when they come to your church, especially if you haven't been there before. So, I got out of church and I thought, I'm just not going to go back to that one again, that's for sure. And for the rest of the summer, I didn't go to church. And so, so when I got home and sat down with my guitar back to my Aunt Gertrude's house, I thought, I'm going to write a song about this. And it was a terrible experience. And so I sat down and I wrote up the words that rhymed and all that stuff and put it together. And so you start out with a poem and then you put it to music. And so that's what I did. I finally got a song that I was happy with. And now when you make a movie or write a story that's based on fact, you can't make it, if you're going to make it interesting, you have to base it on what really happened, but you don't have to use the same characters, and that's what I did. And so my song was about a guy who never goes to church, and then he decides, well, I guess I'll go to church. And so he gets up on Sunday morning and goes to church, and he can't find the restroom, just like me. And then eventually he was able to help somebody find the room, just like me. But like I say, you had to change the characters. Now, at this point, I'm coming back, and I had not even paid any attention to the battery. And see, if I haven't flown for a while, those intelligent batteries, they're going to start discharging, which I didn't think about. And so my intelligent battery was down to about maybe 30% or something when I took off. And so I was lucky to get back. And so I came back and I thought, still thinking I had lots of time, I'm going to see if I can get into the AirSense app on the controller and see what kind of air traffic we have around us. And so I got home, or I got up to this point, and I was checking to see, because we've had eagle hanging in that tree for a long time, and I thought, I don't see him, so I guess I'll just not worry about that. But I wanted to get closer over the top of the house in order to, in just for safety's sake. And so after I looked for the eagle, then I decided, okay, I'm gonna get over our property instead of out over the canal, which I can't get to. Oh no, I can get to that one. That's right. Anyway, so I flew over here, and there's my son's house down there, and I just wanted to be over the property and then start looking for air traffic. So I was just, getting ready to get everything set up so I could watch the air traffic. And then all of a sudden, coming up here right about there, DJI, Dorothy, told me she was going to take me home because I was down to low percentage battery. And so that's why I'm turning around and getting ready to land the drone. So now, I wrote this song, and it's on YouTube, and I'll put a link to it in the description, and I'll also put a link to it at the end of the video, and you can listen to my song. Now, you'll hear people applaud at the end of it because my pastor asked me to sing it for our church once upon a time, and because to tell people it was important to welcome folks. And then also, almost all the way through the song, you'll hear me my voice will kind of break up because it was breaking my heart that people treated visitors the way they did. That's just not my nature. So anyway, as I come into land, I once again want to thank you for watching my videos, and check out that song, and God bless.